waiting for. Print it loud, print it bold. Tech talk tales that never get old. Chaos proof, but it's sublime. Those busting echoes through time. It's Dave's Dimension, where the lines collide. What's between worlds? Take the ride, take the ride. It's Dave's Dimension. Hold on.
There you go. It's been a while. It's been a while since I streamed, guys. I was muted. Apologies, apologies, apologies. Guys, welcome back again to Dave's Dimension, the channel where chaos and insanity will always reign supreme. Your home for tech, talk, 3D prints, and so much more. If you notice, we're omitting the word toys. We'll touch base on that, but we got a lot to kind of bring up. First, I want to say, hey, Tony, saying, hey. We got Mega Dan Collects popping up in the chat saying, hey, how are you? We are simulcasting this to YouTube and also to Twitch. Twitch may be playing a big part in the dimension moving forward, so stay tuned for that. Ultra Carzilla, this is War. Here is here in his live tonight. Dave, you're muted. Just to let you know, I fixed that, Dan. Or sorry, Ultra Carzilla. Everyone's saying, hey, that's better. That's better. Long time no see. Apologies accepted, and at least you're not lagging, unlike what happened to Dustin. I'm not too familiar with that channel, so hopefully Tony's just said, yeah, just subscribe to. Those who I used to do Tuesday night talks for a good solid minute. We kind of stepped away from that. There was a lot of things going on in the Dimension verse. I think we might want to call it that. A lot of things happening in the future. I did do a stream a couple weeks ago, or a video talking about changes happening with this channel and a few things that are going to be going on. We are changing things up. Thank you, Archer. And by the way, guys, if you don't know, I'm going to let you in on a little secret. If you guys have not checked it out, Nerd Affiliated just dropped a very awesome video. Let me see if I can pull it up here. So if you guys want to check up the latest and greatest on Hey Archer, or should I say Nerd Affiliated, or all of the above, our boy, let me just share this real quick. I shouldn't say our boy, our good friend, Hey Archer, he just dropped a very cool, very quick 12-minute video, guys. So if you want to check that out, let me see if I can pull it up here. StreamYard's been doing some upgrades. There we go. So there we go. We got Archer dropping it and saying, thank you for helping me get press passes, guys. It's growth. It's supporting the community, not just doing sub for sub or doing things for favors in return. It's about genuine support, genuine interaction, and you guys got him to you were able to, because of that interaction, he was lucky enough to get passes. Because he wound up getting press passes for Boston Fanexpo, or are we calling it Boston Expo or Boston Comic Con, as Archer affectionately referred to it in his first two installments, and I believe he said he's going to have his third installment coming out very soon. So please stay tuned to that. Archer, great video. I just finished watching it before going live. So guys, please go over to Nerd Affiliated and check it out. He says, I will keep rolling with Boston Comic Con or Boston Comic Con Expo. There you go. Boston Comic Con Expo. That's what I like. So go with that. Yeah, that's great for him. I mean, you guys don't know. He touches base on this. For many cons, you have to have a certain number of followers, a certain number of subscribers. I've actually applied for a press pass several times. You know, it has to do with the numbers, and it's it's a bit of a it's a bit of a struggle, and I'm so happy that Archer got to do it. And I'll be honest, and I'm not just fluffing him up. The way that he covered day one and day two, and he's got some additional content like with the Ghostbuster side of things, because he was rocking things out, talking with the Archer. Was that the Boston Ghostbusters that were there? They had a lot of cool stuff there, stuff that I'm tempted at. The 3D prints that they had were they look amazing, and that's just through the awesome video that Archer was taking. Archer, he's got his he's got some new toys that he's rocking out with. Plus, day one, he had Mrs. affiliated with him, Mrs. Archer, as the camera person slash producer. That was very cool to see that. And you know, there's a lot to talk. Massachusetts Ghostbusters. Shout out to the Massachusetts Ghostbusters, the pride of Massachusetts, obviously. Yeah, they had a nice big setup. When I go to Fan Expo Toronto, or Fan Expo Canada, as it's officially known as, I call it Fan Expo Toronto, but they call it officially Fan Expo. You know, so let's go ahead and let me just close this out. We'll remove this. It's been a while since I used StreamYard. And by the way, I might not be using StreamYard moving forward. Stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and let's do this. I don't like being fully close up. I'm going to pull up Fan Expo, and there's a lot going on. We have cancellations happening at Fan Expo. Fortunately, fingers crossed, it's none of the ones that I was hoping for, or none of the people that I was dreading. So let's go ahead and just pull up Fan Expo very quickly. So my obviously, if you guys don't know, my main goal, if you don't know, you're gonna know. Obviously, Back to the Future. I just received my email, updated tickets for the Doc and Marty, the Michael J. Fox and Christopher Lloyd photo op combination. I got the first group on Saturday, 11:30 a.m. So obviously, once we get into the con, I'm heading straight there, and I'm staying in that line until I get until I get my photo op. Until I get my photo op, that is my top priority right now. So that was very cool. And I waited a while too, so that was pretty cool that I still was able to get in there. Sadly, I can't do Friday. Friday, they're actually after the Fan Expo, they're doing like a night with Back to the Future, which I would love to do, but it's just not in the cards. I would love to do the Smallville Nights thing, but I'm sure by the end of the day, me and Mrs. Dimension are going to be a little bit worn out, so we're going to be heading straight home. But oh, look at this. We got Papa Gord in the house. He's also going to be there Saturday, August 23rd, Fan Expo Canada, aka Fan Expo Toronto. The Papa Gord will be in the house. There's a few of us, a few of my friends who are going to be there. Papa, I got my new stickers in, so I'll be giving you some stickers when I see you. Papa G's in the house. Papa G's the Canadian Santa Claus, so this is his home turf. He's come all the way to Buffalo, to Nickel City Con, not this past summer, but the summer before. So it's going to be cool to see him there. So now I'm coming onto his home turf. So it should be fun. His should be in tomorrow. Awesome. So let's now, if you guys notice, the name of the title of this stream is Countdown to Fan Expo 2025, How to Prepare. Okay. And by the way, if anyone, and I am throwing this out, I'm throwing the gauntlet out to anyone. If anyone wants to hop on and talk about, I want to talk about how you prepare for a Comic Con, whether you're cosplaying or not. How do you prepare for a Comic Con? And if you're a creator like Archer, like me, like Papa Gord, and you're planning to record some of this or all of it, how do you prepare for it? The link is in the chat below. So guys, go ahead and hit that up. Let me know how you guys prepare for a stream. I really wants to know. And we're going to talk about a couple things that I'm thinking of doing for upgrading for this con, tech wise. So That's also something else I want to do. Let me just pull up something because I want to pin this to the chat. I can only do that in YouTube, and that's one thing you can't do in StreamYard is you can't pin a link to the top of the chat, which I think is stupid. But hey, that's neither here nor there nor anywhere. So let's go ahead and just jump in the chat there. I'm going to pin this. It is pinned to the top, to the tippy top. We got Papa Gord saying, mine should be in tomorrow. And hey, Ultra and Mega, give me about half hour and I'll pop on. Awesome. We will be running for at least that long, if not longer. So, Fanexpo, they got a lot going on here. Let's take a look at the guests. They did announce another cancellation. I am heartbroken at one cancellation. Okay. Let's see. Did they put her all the way to the bottom? No, they are not showing it, which is weird. So we've already had Jodie Whittaker, the 13th Doctor. She had to cancel because of scheduling. That sucks. There was another actor who I'm not very familiar with, but they announced today that Leah Thompson will not be making it due to filming schedules. Apparently, she's got a couple projects in the works and scheduling conflicts. It happens. It sucks. I was hoping this was going to be my actual time to be able to meet Leah Thompson, maybe get an autograph, or maybe even a tableside photo with her or something. That was my hope. Sadly, it's not going to happen. She is honestly, when I was a kid, I had a crush on her. I did. Whether it was some kind of wonderful or Howard the Duck or Back to the Future. I mean, it's Leah Thompson, so hey, no worries. It happens. I understand. I've been to enough cons that I know these things happen. Does it suck? Yeah, it sucks. It sucks and it blows. But hey, it is what it is. But we still got Michael J. Fox, which is a rare occurrence. You got Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Hello there. We got him. Okay. We got Mrs. Josh Allen herself, Haley Steinfeld, actress, singer, football wife now. So those that don't know, obviously she was a part of the movie Sinners, one of the best movies this year. I don't care who you are, check it out. It's an awesome take on vampire mythology and is a potential at world building, although the director and writer behind it is not someone who does sequels, not someone who world builds, but it was a damn good start though. It was a very good movie, of awesome twist. If you haven't seen it in the theaters, go on streaming and check it out. Sinners is a really awesome movie. She's been good in a lot of stuff. Okay. I mean, she was awesome in Bumblebee, the Transformers movie, which to me was like the best Transformers movie to come out. So, I mean, with the exception of the animated one, 1986. But yeah, we got her. We got the Shat, who I hear he's a bit of a douche at times, but who knows? Maybe he'll be in a good mood. We got the Doc. I mean, this is why I'm going. Michael J. Fox and Chris Lloyd. Mary Steenburgen's going to be there. Of course, she was the love interest for Doc in Back to the Future 3. Top movie so far this year. Definitely, Tony. Definitely. It was definitely one of the top movies. Me and Dre have discussed about that movie offline. I don't recall if we talked about it online. Um, we got Tom Welling from Smallville. I'm a big Smallville fan. I would love to maybe get an autograph or something, but we'll see what's in the budget. We got Mike Tyson. It's just so ludicrous. Mike Tyson being there, that's like, whoa, that's heavy. We got Daphne and Keene. Okay. I don't care what you say, she's always going to be Weapon 23. She's always going to be Laura, Weapon 23 from Logan, obviously from Wolverine and Deadpool. She's becoming kind of a powerhouse right now. She's been, of course, in Deadpool and Wolverine, Logan, and of course the Acolyte. And there's a lot of people who hate on Acolyte. It had a lot of potential, but I think it missed its mark, and that's a shame. We got John Boyega. Of course, they only list him from Star Wars, but he was also in Pacific Rim Rising and also in Attack on a Block, which was a film featuring Jodie Whittaker. So that would have been cool to kind of get an autograph of those two. and that's kind of a sleeper hit out of the UK from several years back. If you guys looking for a nice, fun monster movie that's just like kind of, I don't know, kind of like Boys in the Hood meets, Attack of the Body Snatchers or Aliens or something like that. Attack on the Block is definitely, yeah, definitely your cup of tea, my mates. Uh, we got Mason Thames, best known for Black Phone 2, and the live action How to Train Your Dragon, which apparently is getting a lot of great reviews. Don't sleep on it. That's, a lot. I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of when you get remakes, but apparently this live action remake is doing really well. We got Meg Ultra Carzilla saying, "Oh, again, Dave, you had to mention Pacific Rim Rising, and I hate that movie so much. It makes Terminator Dark Fate look like a masterpiece." Ultra, I'm going to say this: that's your opinion. You are entitled to it, but Pacific Rim Rising, it was not my favorite Pacific Rim movie. Okay, I prefer the first one. The second one wasn't the greatest. Oh, and speaking of the greatest, ladies and gentlemen, El Presidente himself, Archer of Nerd Affiliated. Acknowledge you. There you go.
You said Attack the Block, and I was like, "Ooh, good movie."
It
I
is.
want to jump on to say
It is.
good movie.
And the irony was you're going to have Jodie Whittaker and John Boyega. That would have been like, I think that would have took them both off guard if someone like came up with the DVD or a poster or something like, "Hey,
Mhm.
can you sign this?" I think they would have been blown away by it. Sadly, Jodie's busy. Leah Thompson, that kind of breaks my heart a bit. You know, I've
Mhm.
had these like quick, almost being able to meet her instances in my life several times, and it's just like, but hey, it is
Yeah.
what it is. I mean, as long as my priorities, which are, Michael J. Fox and Chris Lloyd together in a photo
Mhm.
with the Flux Pack,
Yep.
I'll be psyched. So,
Looking good.
yeah, even though I made mistakes on this,
Oh, but I mean, that's just natural.
no, of all things, this one, by the way, I got to fix that right there, but this is technically supposed to be on the other side. It's supposed to be on this side and flipped.
Mhm.
But I'm like, hey, I'm just gonna roll with it. I can't everything is already built in here. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's done.
Yeah.
It's done. But I'll be honest, 3D printing this, it's lighter, a little bit, it's pretty comfortable, but also I've built a few wands before,
Mhm.
like using Bennett Kent parts and uh not throwing chicken, but I can't think of the other guy, Carnivorous, who, you know, some people have certain opinions about him, and but I'll be honest, this feels nice and it's nice and sturdy. It feels solid here.
And did you have the twist effectors down? Did you see that in the handle?
No, this doesn't have the doesn't have the spring loaded function. So no, this is just permanently
No,
extended.
well, wait, first of all, is that
Oh, you mean like
yeah. Did you just twist that? I couldn't tell.
no? It's just this piece is loose on here. That's all that is.
No.
No,
So the
no,
handle.
no.
Yeah.
It won't move. It won't
Oh,
move.
okay.
It's nice, sturdy, and static. But
Okay.
hey, I'm perfectly fine with that because
Yeah.
my Bennett Kent, that's how it was as well for the most part. So,
Yeah.
but my thing was I used the 3D bonding agent that I used to print.
Mm.
What do I what do you use to print it in? Well, I have this Bamboo Labs P1S printer, which I swear by Bamboo Labs.
Mhm.
Everything, this whole pack. Let me actually take this off of auto. There we go. So let me move this around so you guys can get a nice. Oh, there you go.
By the way,
Oh, oh,
I'm living my life like you right now. I have a standing desk, so I'm currently in the
you
standing
like it,
position.
don't you? It's
Love it.
something different.
Yeah.
You just gotta be careful with cable management because sometimes, oh, if you don't have enough slack in the wire, it'll get
Yep.
caught. But let's see. Let's zoom in. Oh, there we go. So we got the flux capacitor on the top, which is made from a Yahtzee game. So when
Huh.
it shakes around, it will light up.
Oh, nice.
That's the genius. I removed the crank knob, and we have the time circuit
Oh,
switch.
that's cool.
It's not it's non-functional. I was trying to get the right wires to it because I wanted to actually make it control the volume. That's not going to happen. Of course, we got the flex bar. Let me move. Let me go downscale. Let me go down. Now I know there's also, of course, was it Doc's Prop Shop is actually selling
Yep.
his own rendition of the Flex Pack.
Mhm.
Well, his Flex Pack. That's why I'm calling this the Flex Pack Dave's Dimension Edition Mark III. Of course, I built mine technically in 2019, so I did, you know, I I did get the jump on that, but this is all 3D printed from scratch. I know that he's using spirit shells, but
Mm,
obviously, if you're going to mass produce them, I mean, you're just saving time doing that. That makes
yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
But this thing is, for those who are wondering, this is all 3D printed. I mean, 3D printed the DeLorean tire to go on top of the. I sized it perfectly so it fits right on the end filter.
Mhm.
We got our bumper, of course. With this being a bumper, I mean, come on, I'm going to put the DMC logo right there.
Mhm.
We got our flex band right here. My version of the flex band. I did a little bit of branding. Flex Pack Mark III right there.
Mhm.
So I mean, this whole thing is, with the exception of the motherboard, which I finally got everything to work out. Maybe not the way it's meant to be, but it's working out. But yeah, this thing is. Oh, stop it! Stop it! There you go.
How did you resolve the motherboard issue again?
I got really creative and out of the box. Let's just say. So with the Q pack, they print. There's these files for the brackets.
Mhm.
Okay. Now, technically, you're supposed to use some really strong stuff. I did use PETG, PETG, which is, it's stronger and also more heat resistant. Okay,
Mhm.
so I have a bolt going through. Let me bring this back down.
By the way,
So,
shout out to you, Tony, because you saying the labels reminded me that one of my labels fell off. I need to super glue it back on. I completely
so
forgot.
right here, I have a cap head, like a hex screw right
Yep.
here.
Mhm.
This screws into, and what I did was I actually used the 3D printing glue that I used that bonds within seconds.
Mhm.
So that holds the bracket in, but I still have this in here. I use this as kind of like a guide piece.
Mhm.
Then I drilled holes on the other side. So when I take this off, I'm actually undoing the bolts that are on the back side that you don't even see. Okay.
But is the motherboard 3D printed?
No, it's steel. It's aluminum. I actually bought it from Ben and Kent.
Okay,
Now
you did get that one.
they
Okay.
gave me really small brackets
Mm.
that I did not feel comfortable in using. Plus, the problem was kind of the thickness, and they gave me rivets that you can put on yourself,
Mhm.
but I wasn't fully comfortable with everything. But the way I wound up doing it, it was great. What labels did I use? I used Moby signs on Etsy.
Mm.
I
Those
highly
are good.
recommend Moby signs.
Yeah.
You can get weathered ones, you can get matte finish, you can get gloss. I would like to do the Mac Factory labels at some point in time.
It'd
But
be
for
fun. The GD
time and
fans as well.
yeah, but for time and budget, Moby Signs is great. I buy labels from them all the time. He gave me some cool extras with them too,
Oh, nice.
like extra stickers. Do I have them over here? No, I think I have them in a drawer somewhere. But they're these, like, like old World War II. You had like the stamp when you would kill one of the bad guys.
Yeah.
They have like no ghost logos.
Oh, no
So
way.
that I can actually put them on the side to show, like, oh, I've taken out this many ghosts. So that's
Mhm.
something I might I might do, which is really cool. And who doesn't love pizza? There's like this pizza ghost that he included as a sticker. So I'm like, that's just awesome. So I'm like, yeah, that's awesome. So I might put that on the pack later. But yeah, so I have the bolts on the back. It holds nice and sturdy. I did the Alice frame a little bit differently, but what I did was I did the instructions. I bought the instructions from um, Etsy there, because someone has instructions for a Q-Pack installation.
Mm.
A lot of it is kind of hit and miss. There's a lot of different options you can do. There you go. Yep. Moby's is the go-to for the labels, definitely.
Hmm.
And he does labels for vehicles too. So I mean, if you have like magnets, you get like the magnet rolls. You can cut them out perfectly to put them on, so you can take your labels on and off of your car or your pack or whatever. So I mean, you know, definitely go to. And I wanted to. My whole thing was, I know a lot of people do different aesthetics, and yes, I will be using this. This will be my belt gizmo.
Nice.
I'm gonna slap a couple belt clips on it, and I'm gonna wear this on the side. I am gonna take some. I printed out a bunch of tubes, and I'm actually gonna, like I did with the first one back in 2018 or 2019. I'm gonna do some multicolor wiring, rig it up so it looks just like some of the wiring from inside the DeLorean, and it's gonna look like it's connected to the proton pack itself.
Nice.
So I'm gonna be doing that. But yeah, this thing it's amazing that it's completed. I mean, some of this isn't perfect, you know. I didn't have time to get the proper belt, the hose clamp that goes on here. So I just use a little Velcro, cable management tie. Works for me. And I
Hmm.
got Mr. Fusion at the top, and I printed some extra grommets here. That actually you can find those files on Thingiverse. This part is actually supposed to be a part that goes like on top of like one of these for the 84 pack.
Hmm.
But I just colored it inside Bamboo Labs, so it looks like the cap from the top of the plutonium chamber in part one. So I just threw little extras on here. Is it perfect? It's not perfect, but hey, it's not supposed to be perfect. Doc built the DeLorean in his in his makeshift garage, and the Ghostbusters built their proton packs in a dilapidated firehouse, so nothing has to be perfect. You know?
And the other thing too that we've talked about before is nobody inspects your pack when you're at
No.
a show to be like, oh, you missed this thing up or you did whatever. Like everybody's just so excited that like there's another Ghostbuster there. Like,
Well, I like that Moby Signs definitely upgraded his labels.
mhm.
It, there's gaps in here, so you can actually see the background of the material.
Mm.
So he actually has like die cutouts in here now, which is awesome. Um, this I'm going to be printing another one of these for my Bennett Kent to replace that. I actually have that thing in pieces right now because I told you what happened with my ribbon cable.
I don't remember.
Oh, I maybe I told Anthony. Part of it got snipped, so it was damaged.
Oh.
So I took the one off the Ben and Kent, and
Mhm.
it's inside this now. So
Oh, okay.
um,
Yeah,
I do,
that must have been Anthony.
yeah, I do have the microchip or the a micro SD card out of it because I'm still adding music files to it.
Mhm.
So when I turn this proton pack on, you hear the car turning on.
Yeah, nice.
I'm looking for the right sounds for like when this vents, I might make it sound like the plutonium chamber being empty.
Mhm.
And when it's shipped, because I actually have this set to video game mode, so it's going to go between slime blower, boson darts, stasis. It's going to go through each of those. But I'm think, it makes like a little like clunk sound before it does that. I
Mhm.
think I might make it do the Back to the Future, the DeLorean time traveling each time.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm working on a couple different ideas. I have a bunch of music on here. I have like apparently I didn't know you can have like 4 or 5 songs. So there's like 4 or 5 songs on here right now, and I'm gonna try and add more music to it. So yeah, it's great. I was able to fit all the electronics pretty much down here
Hmm.
inside the cyclotron, with the exception of the power cell LED for the
Right.
most part.
Makes sense.
The speakers in here, everything's in here. It's great. I'm like, I don't want to say proud, but I feel proud that I've 3D printed an entire proton pack and a themed crossover proton pack at that, which adds extra work. So love the extras. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it because I mean, this was like, okay, Michael J. Fox is announced. Chris Lloyd's gonna be there. I'm like, well, if I'm gonna rebuild it, I'm gonna build it now. And I started this in like May or June.
Mhm.
So like say part of May, I think really June is when I really started 3D printing everything. So June, July, August. So I did this in 3 months, maybe 3.5 months. So I mean, it took me what, January to May back in 2019 when I did the Spirit Proton Pack. And that was already starting with the shell. So big shout out to, to all you guys, like you, Archer, you and Anthony, saying, hey, you can do this, you can get through this. Big shout out to Millennium Workshop. This silver looking paint that does not rub off, he's the one that got me onto this paint. He helped me with learning some of the different tips and tricks for bonding the pieces together. So I'm like, I can't wait to see how people react to it, because I remember how they reacted when I went to Fanexpo, or not Fanexpo, but Niagara Falls Comic Con, which is a smaller con. In 2019, people were kind of blown away by it, and there was no well, no, Chris Lloyd was there, so it's going to be interesting. Now I'll have to see if I can take the pack off, like for the photo. We'll see what happens.
I forgot to ask this question, but what is the flight suit situation?
I have ordered a flight suit. Rothko says 5 to 7 business days, so potentially I ordered it last night, and I am hoping to get a tracking number soon. So fingers crossed. I mean, 7 days. We're looking at what, Monday or Tuesday of next week.
What flight suit?
It's going to be a black flight suit, because I'm not going to do olive drab. I'm not going to do camouflage. Obviously, the khakis are out of stock right now in my size. Because the problem is, with anyone who's familiar with Rothko, they do, for lack of better wording, it's like if you ordered clothing off of Temu, or or if you ordered anything that's overseas, the sizing's a little bit different. Okay. Imagine if, hey, let's say a person wears a size 12, the equivalent to their size 12 would be like a size 24. Because I can wear like a 4X or a 4X tall or a 5X in shirts and stuff, right?
Mhm.
I have to go up to 8 for the flight suit, because it's a little snug in the nether region.
They are, yeah.
Okay. So I mean, and the thing was, I was smart. I went on the interwebs, searching for coupon codes, and I found me a 10% off coupon code. So it worked. So I got at least, free shipping off of it. So, but hey, I needed an extra black suit anyways, because I actually like the black flight suits, the engineer look. But I'm going to have a Velcro patch here, so I can take whatever patches I want on and off to make the suit usable for other cosplays, and using it for my regular BGB cosplay. So it'll make it a little bit more versatile. And plus, you can always use an extra backup, let's be honest.
Yeah. Can't never have too many.
This was an automotive paint. So this is like meant to be used on like car finish. So it's a nice chrome paint. Let me see if I can pull it up actually. Go to the Instagrams.
I always actually not always, but I do suggest the multiple suits because, for example, I wore khaki on Saturday when I went,
Yeah.
and then on Sunday I was gonna wear my blue one. Ended up being covered in cat hair, so now I was like, shoot, I'll go with the black suit.
We have 3 cats. Okay.
Yeah.
We have my youngest Rivers, which she's like a mixture of calico and a whole bunch of others. But she has like that brownish kind of grayish mixture of fur. But we have 2 black cats.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have 3 cats. But also, we're in an apartment building, so it's like a community laundry machine. The one time my wife was washing the black suit, it came out, there was like this white powdery stuff on it. So we had to wash it again. It's like, well, I can't wear that for the one event we were doing. So I'm like, well, I'm going to have to go looking else. Okay, I'm going to pull out this one, because there are coveralls that I have, but I don't like wearing them because they're still going to be heavy. Now, I
Yeah.
was originally thinking of doing jeans and a T-shirt. I have a special new Dave's Dimension logo T-shirt from T Public available
Mhm.
now while supplies last.
Yep.
No, you can go on T Public, and if you want to support the channel, we got some shirts right there. The new logo that you see in the upper corner up here, that is the new logo, courtesy of Eric Christensen, who I reached out to him. I hired him to make this logo for the channel and also for this cosplay. He worked with me. He was very awesome. He told me ideas. He let me know like, hey, this might be a little too busy, so let's try to do this approach. And we landed on this: the lightning bolts with the little energy effect there, and the Doc glasses on there, which I did 3D print a set of Doc's Back to the Future 2 glasses. You can't
Oh,
see
nice.
through them, but it's gonna be a nice little aesthetic to just have on top of my head.
Mhm.
So a nice little accessory. I found free files for that. Trying to find, there he is, Millenniums. Let me see the actual paint. I'm trying to pull up because a big trick. That was a spray. That was a primer. Where is the automotive? That's the sanding stuff. But also, wood burner helps out a lot.
Mhm.
Wood burner for basically taking it like a hot knife and blending it with the plastic so the two plastic pieces are bonded. Using the glue, but then also using the heat to kind of melt the plastic, almost like you're frosting a cake. You're mixing it all over the place,
Mhm.
and that's a little trick I've done inside. Let me
Mm.
see. I'm trying to find the actual paint. There's the glue. Trying to see if I can find that chrome paint because he put me onto it like months and months ago. I cannot find it right now. Um, I will have to post a picture of it at some point because I still have the cans on my patio. Because mind you, all this was painted outside on a small little patio in my apartment building, which
Nice.
easier said than done.
Yep.
Let me see here. That was the glazing. Yeah, I can't find it right now. I do apologize, but I will post links to it. But yeah, Millennium Workshop put me onto a lot of stuff. Um, was it that happened to my pack too? I messaged Fincher and he sent me a new one. I was so lucky about what happened. I know I was rambling about a lot of things, um, but the flight suit. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna leave the Velcro for the name tag on there, and I'm
Mhm.
gonna try and put Velcro here so I can just remove patches and do whatever. Because um, I have even my wife mentioned like, well, what about like doing patches? I'm like, I'd mentioned that I reached out to you, but you told me your situation. So yeah, I'm like, now the thing is though, I'm I'm doing I went to, what is it, sticker, not sticker mule, but I forget, sticker something,
Mm.
and I got a deal on like 100 of them for like maybe $20, 20 or something. There was like
Yep.
a discount and everything. So I'm like, okay, cool. They look great. They look better than the T Public stickers, to be honest. And I also went on Vistaprint, and so I got new Dave's Dimension business cards that should be coming in possibly Thursday or Friday. So I will have that to give out to people, which will have my email, Twitch, Instagram, and YouTube on the back side
Nice.
of the card. So I'm really kind of putting myself out there. Now,
Mhm.
with your con, how how rough was that on the pack? Because you wore what, your did you have your, is it a Spirit or is it a
Yeah.
HasLab?
Spirit full size.
Spirit full size.
Mhm.
I'll be honest, I do want to mess around with one of those. Because the last time I messed around with the Spirit, it was like version 1. Because like the Spirit packs I worked on in the past were all the version 1 ones, none of the upgraded ones.
Mm.
So I kind of want to see what the, and of course now you saw the new update, right?
Yep.
Where see, I think that's problematic though. Putting the speaker in the wand, because guess what? A lot of people
Get
have
rid of the
removed
wands.
the wands
Yeah.
to put either a spangler on it or they put like their own on there.
It's
And
gonna
I
create
could see
it
that.
creates 2 problems actually, because
Yeah.
you have the removal of the wand altogether, which
Yes.
a lot of us end up doing. Although I would say, you know, after receiving this one and taking it apart, on my next full size, whenever that is, I don't know if I'm gonna get rid of the wand because that wand's actually pretty decent. It's not
Well,
bad quality.
I've seen pictures of it. I like the clear tube on the wand,
Yeah,
and I think like that alone is a great selling point. Now, the thing that might bother some people, like it might bother me a little bit, is like I know in the Spirit you have like the seams because
yeah,
like usually you have a top part and a bottom part.
yeah.
Now, if you take something like some of the automotive bonding stuff like what um Millennium uses, or do I have it out here? No, I haven't put away. Also, wood filler.
Yeah.
Wood filler, you put it over the grooves. I mean, you if you strip everything else off of it or tape everything up, you could repaint that to the point where you don't see the seams because, like, even on my bumper here, you can't see that these are two separate parts right now unless you
Yeah.
look really up close. Then you kind of see some of the lines a little bit, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, aside from that, you really don't see that.
Well,
Okay, so I mean, you could do that on the wand to kind of seal up the lines a little bit. So I mean, there's things you could do.
the other problem that has not really been addressed yet is what's the new wiring on that pack?
Yep.
Because if the wiring's different, then if you buy new electronics, depending on who you get it from, those may not work the way they're supposed to because it's all
Yeah.
different.
I mean, I'll be honest. When it comes to working with Spirit, replacing the electronics, I mean, you can definitely go GB fans. However, I think Franken Geek is your first stop because
Yeah.
um, when I made the real Ghostbusters one out of this the 80% scale for my wife. I did it with Frankengeek's gear, and he makes it where the posts line up
They
with
line
the
up with the
existing posts
yeah.
inside the pack, so it screws in perfectly. Which is, it's like, hey, why make more work for yourself? The posts are there; they work good. Just use it, which is great. And I know he's working on stuff
A
for
wand.
full size packs now.
Yep. Actually, 1 second. Let's grab
Yep.
this.
And ladies and gentlemen, Papa Gore just had a power failure in his home, so he will not be joining us this evening. I told him no worries. This stuff happens.
The other thing, I mean, don't get me wrong, like any kind of upgrade to the full
I will always
size,
get you wrong. What?
any upgrade to the full size pack, you know, I'll take that. But
Yeah.
the one thing that they did not really solve for is a mod that actually I got from Frankengeek, and that's the roundness on the edge. So they
Okay.
removed the speaker holes on the new one, which
Yes.
cool, but this is a hard edge. It goes out and then it goes
Yeah.
down.
I mean, it's still. I mean, it's still a cap. It's still that. I mean, that's the thing. It's like that's why so many people are still cutting them. Or they have like a 3D printed cover, if you will, that slides over it. I mean, that's the big problem.
Yeah.
That, it's like, okay, hey, we took this box and now we have a bigger box. Well, guess what? It's still a box. There's no shape to it. And, hopefully, I mean, the fact that they've been making upgrades though over the past what, seven or so years now. I mean, because I think the Spirit Pack came out in 2019 when I started this whole process, or maybe even 2018. So, I
Yeah.
mean, it's been around for a minute, so 7
Hmm.
years. And the
Hmm.
fact that they've been doing upgrades and that they're kind of branching out. I mean, did you see the Power Ranger morpher that they have out? It
Yeah.
doesn't light up,
Yeah.
but it's a nice static
Does the
prop, and they
job.
give you the extra coins. I mean, hey,
Yeah.
for 40, I think my buddy said like 40 some odd dollars or whatever.
Hmm. Hmm.
That's not bad. You
I
know,
was hoping that this year was going to be their RGB.
a
I mean,
lot of people,
we
a
got an
lot of
upgrade,
people,
but I wanted the RGB.
though. I mean, well, I mean, hell, I mean, with the slightly larger pack, I see. That's another reason why I want to work on a Spirit full size, even if it's not functional. If somebody just has a shell of a Spirit that they don't want anymore, message me please and just let me know, because I would just love to see what I can take apart on there and how it goes, how it comes apart. Because
It's the same as the other one.
same as the 80% scale.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay,
I mean, they're it's just an injection mold
because I mean
piece.
they had some parts like your hoses up here that you basically would unscrew on the inside,
Same.
stuff like that.
It goes
um
into there's like a post,
i
and they cut a
i
hole
think
in it. Yeah.
I think the booster tube part of that came off.
The
So I
major
mean,
difference between the two of them is the ion arm existing on this one and not on the 80%.
yeah, if you notice I didn't do a rod on mine because, well, the 3D filament is going to break, it's going to crack if someone bangs into it. That's my
Mm,
problem.
I mean,
So
I dropped my 80% that has a
yeah,
3D printed one, and it bent, but it still
yeah,
goes in
I mean,
there. And
I might still try and do one out of pet G and just paint it. So I might try to.
go to Michael's. That's what Great Scott Prop Shop told me. He was like, back in the day, he used to get a threading needle. They sell large ones, and that's what he used to use back
Okay.
before Spirit Packs existed.
Well, also, like I could increase the infill
Yeah.
to make it a lot stronger. So I might even try doing that, because that's what I did when I printed the brackets for the
Hmm.
pack for the inside. Like I went to 100% infill, and I could do some damage to somebody's forehead with it.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
mean, we can crack some eggs.
Hmm.
But I mean, that's one thing I may still do. Um, and of course, I did the wraparound bumper now. Did the Frozen Empire bumper.
Yeah. Why'd you go with that?
I just one I wanted to try, and
I
one
didn't
thing I
mean that
wanted
in
to do.
I didn't mean that in a negative way, by the way.
We know how you're triggered about that movie. Okay, we know how you're triggered about that movie.
Me triggered? Never.
Yes, guys. So we know how you get triggered about that. But no, I like the wraparound
Mm.
because it doesn't stick out as far. And I thought going with the wraparound, it kind of protects the iron arm a little bit. And I just kind of like the kind of upgraded kind of look to it.
Oh, so actually, you saying that reminds me. You asked me a question. I didn't answer it. You asked how the pack held up at the
Yeah.
convention, and it was great.
Oh,
Like this thing
did you
is
get a lot of people bumping into you?
no,
Did you have the wand holstered the entire
yep,
time, or did you have it hanging off the belt?
holstered the whole time,
Okay, okay,
which I've never done at a convention. I've never done it that
okay.
way, and this time I did it. I had the HasLab PKE and trap on my waist,
Yeah.
and shout out to, not just because I'm an affiliate, but shout out to Great Scott Prop Shop, because that hose, I ran into 0 people with that thing. And the
Well,
only time I unholstered the wand was for a picture with a kid that happened as I was leaving the convention for the whole day. And I was like, oh, here, like you can like hold it, so you get
well,
the
I
picture.
don't know if you can tell. This is a pretty steep angle.
That's a crazy
What?
angle. But
Okay,
people are they still won't bump into you.
but here's the thing: that I did not plan to do it that way. It's just it happened by accident. So I'm like,
I think it's
screw
good.
it. I'm
I think
like,
it's a
I
good
can't,
accident.
because what I did was, those that don't know, there's a special two-part glue that I use when it comes to 3D printing. This stuff bonds like nobody's business in like 5 seconds. It's not going anywhere. Okay.
Hmm.
It helps to reinforce everything, but when you're using like a Dixie V hook on here
Hmm.
and it
Hmm.
starts sticking to it, you're like, well, it's not going anywhere now.
Yep. It's a
you
done
know,
deal.
but I mean, it slides, it's just a regular V hook, and that's actually what I used for there's no screw.
Mm.
No screw holding that on. It's glued on there. It's that two part glue that we use. It works faster than 5-minute epoxy.
Hmm.
The stuff is not going anywhere. I still need to put a hook on here somehow so I
Yeah.
can hook this on my belt,
Yeah.
because I think that's going to be a little bit safer. But this is just flat. This is just regular black PLA. It came out a nice flat black on here. And I can always I have a silver marker. I can do some chroming on it.
Hmm.
Uh, I am trying to figure out a few things because one thing I don't have on here that I had on the original was I had a tube that was filled with hair gel and had LED lights on the inside, the temporal slime filter. Since I don't have that on here, and yeah, I'm gonna have people asking, so what do you do? Do you blast them to another time? No. The original idea was the capture stream.
Right.
Using the flux capacitor, it's able to make the ghosts take the ghost back to a weaker point in their time stream, making them easier to catch. So the question is, how do you do that now? I don't have the temporal slime filter, so how do I do that now in a science sense? PKE meter, okay? And thanks to the brilliant people at Hasbro, you guys gave us that little port at the bottom that you can screw anything into.
Mhm.
I can connect a wire or a hose going from the proton pack into that, almost a la RGB. Because remember, you had the PKE had like a little hose or something coming out from the belt.
Yep.
There you go. You're using your PKE meter to scan the ghost. You get a lock on them, and it helps with the time stream. There you go. Problem solved. So I don't know if I'm going to take the HasLab one. I do have a Spirit Halloween PKE that I've had for like 5 or 6 years, believe it or not. You take care of them, they can last. And this one's been kicked around a lot. So I could always connect a hose or drill a little thing into the bottom of it, and I could do the same thing with that.
I
You know?
do want to address a fear that I had with the Hasbro that did not occur, and that is that I would bump into people and the tubes on the side of the trap would fall off. That did not
Oh,
happen.
okay.
They were secured in there. Didn't really hit anybody with it. And I also kept it more in front of me than probably some people might have it to the side because I like to rest
Mhm.
my arms on the trap and PKE sometimes. But it
Yeah,
did not fall out.
I
But just in case, what I did was I took the silver tubes. I didn't put my red
yeah.
tubes on there because I was like, if I'm gonna lose any of them, I'd rather
Well,
use the silver.
Archer, if you need someone to 3D print you some extra tubes
It wasn't even that because I knew I can get replacements, but
in
it's the
any
thought.
color.
It's the thought of not having the original one that I was
I
like, I
mean,
don't
would you
want
like
that to
some
be there.
brass looking ones? I have the filament. Let me know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
I mean, I went to Harbor Freight. I bought the container.
Mhm.
Cutting the foam was interesting because I have a few spots that maybe I took a little bit too much out, but
Mhm.
it still works. And I have so many different colors. I have blue, but I have the metallic looking blue, so they look nice and shiny. So I got a bunch of those now.
Nice.
And I do have the files for the slime that can go onto them, so you can have the slime
The
bars
slime
on there.
effect. Yep.
The slime, no, the slime, the actual like green slime or pink slime printed,
Yeah.
and put them right on top. So I have those too. Now, did you have a hard time staying hydrated?
I did not.
Are we
I'll give
talking
you a guess.
adult beverages or
There you go. Sorry, I just moved it out the way. No, so I have a couple rules when it comes to Comic Con. I'm just gonna lower the desk again. Um, I have some rules with Comic Cons as far as getting prepped, and I don't think Anthony. I think no, he did drop a video. I think talking about what he's gonna do, but I should probably lower this a little bit. We did the reverse. So for before Comic Con, right? My thing is I don't want to have to use the bathroom that much when I'm there. So what I do is when it comes to food, I eat very light. Maybe like this time it was like half a sandwich. And then I do drink a lot of water before I get on my way there. So
Mhm.
usually on my way to a con, I'll drink a bunch of water because I know as I'm walking around, that's when the dehydration will happen. So I drink a bunch of water, get to the con, use the bathroom, then I start doing my laps and all that. And so far, knock on wood, I've never had a dehydration scare.
Now,
A lot of
let me ask you, what is your now? What we do is we actually bring like PB and J. My wife likes to pack some PB and J sandwiches
Mhm.
so that we have food, and we have like those small little plastic containers
Yeah.
to actually put them in so they're not crushed or anything. I don't
Mhm.
care if they're smushed. I mean, think about how they look when they come out. So, anyways,
Exactly.
but no, because you got your protein with the peanut butter.
Mhm.
Okay, we do the low carb breads, but usually like last year when we went, I probably did not actually eat
Yeah.
until maybe 3 in the
I
afternoon.
I
We
usually
we
I don't eat
we
until I leave.
we did like a quick breakfast,
Mhm.
on the way out. Tim Hortons, and then if you're going to Canada, I mean, why not Tim
Gotta get
Hortons?
some
There
Tim
you go.
Hortons, yep.
And well, we have them here in Buffalo. It's like how people
Oh, you
talk
do?
about Starbucks on every corner.
Yeah.
Timmy Hose. I mean, Tim Hortons is like a what's the word I'm looking for? It's an institution in Western New York because I mean we're right there at the border, so I mean it's been here for years.
Mhm.
Timbits. Uh, what's this? When I'm working the con, I always bring Nalgene of water and a bagel.
I think he means,
What's Nalgene?
I think he means it's one those bladders, like you put it
Oh,
in
okay.
the on the pack.
Yeah, and well, see, that's another thing. I mean, like depending on like if you can minimize your electronics, you have potential for doing. I mean, there's potential for having a bladder inside of here or two.
That's actually a good point.
I'm just saying because, like I said, the power pack is on the backs. It's on the outside of the motherboard,
Mhm.
and I printed that holster again in the PETG, which is stronger filament. Just so happens that it's clear, but it looks nice and clean on it
Mhm. Mhm.
because I did not paint the backside of the motherboard. It looks all stainless steel. Goes with the DeLorean aesthetic. I was like, well, should I paint it? I'm like, no, I'm going to leave it just the way it is. So, did that. But yeah, I'm like, you can do a lot of stuff. My wife, she's going to have like, Yeti filled with water, and I'll probably be doing the same thing.
Mhm.
Um, because I'm going to try and figure out like I got some carabiners. I'm just going to like click it onto the handle. So, but I'm going to have it hanging off the Alice frame
Yeah.
because on the side of the Alice frame you got the nice big hole on the side. So I'm
Yep.
like, why should I let it drag down the weight of my belt? I'll just have it on the Alice frame. I'm already wearing the harness, so
Mhm.
it's not really going to carry it. What's a Yeti filled with water going to do? Not
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
Um.
I think what happens is for me personally, when I get dehydrated, I'm not hungry. So like I'll as I'm walking around conventions, like I'll have like I'll buy a water if I needed a water, but usually when I go to convention, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna splurge on food and drink, and usually it's just drink. And so I don't usually get hungry until when I'm done with the convention because I'm more one, as I'm dehydrated, I'm not that hungry. But two, I'm more afraid of eating at a convention and then having to use the bathroom for a extended period of time, we'll say. So I don't I try not to eat a bunch before I go, and I try not to eat when I'm there because I don't want any kind of emergency or anything like that to
Excuse
happen.
me. I was just taking my vitamins.
No, you're good. So
Those that don't know, it is not so easy getting in and out of those flight suits. Okay, especially if you're a large and in charge kind of a guy.
yeah, and but more so, it's that the bathrooms are gross as hell. Like I've rarely gone to a convention, and I'll use the bathroom anywhere. I don't really care, but especially at conventions because there's so many
But
bodies in
if
these
you're suited
places.
up, you
It's
have to
hard.
have a buddy watch your pack.
Yep.
There's no way you're bringing that pack into the friggin' bathroom
Nope.
stall for one.
Nope. Nope. Yeah, it
And it's
sucks.
a bitch because you got to take your belt off
Mm-hmm.
around the suit, elbow pads if you have them on.
Yep.
That goes off.
Yep.
I usually slide them on the hook on the belt so I can hang it on the hook inside.
Yep.
And then you gotta finagle yourself to lower your flight suit off. But I'll be honest, if I am in my suit and I need to use the restroom, I go to the restroom, but I will sit there for a prolonged period of time because also it allows you time to try and let your body temperature trying to cool off because you have the suit off for a few minutes.
Mm.
Because that's another thing is like You want to try, like, I will literally, I know this might sound weird. I will like put my arm against like the cold metal of the stall,
Mm.
and that cold, it feels good. Especially, I mean, if you're a person who runs warm like I do, I mean, usually it's like I will just sit there for a couple minutes just to kind of like let things kind of like cool down a little bit before I get the hose. Don't forget the pee hose.
Yep.
Black suits, you don't in canon, you don't have the hose. So hypothetically, just saying. But yeah, hydrating is one thing. If you're feeling lightheaded, just find yourself a corner, a wall to lay down, to like sit down, get on the floor. If get your pack off first, lean it against the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of like there are people who sit down against the walls all the time. Just find yourself a spot and sit there. In the past, I've carried these collapsible stools,
Mm-hmm.
the not the plastic ones, but the metal ones. You can get them on like Amazon real cheap, but they hold like 500, maybe even 600 pounds. Anybody can sit on them. So if you got big people and you're not really doing a cosplay, you can carry something like that. It's light as a feather
Mm-hmm.
and as strong as hell. Um, so I always tell people to have those. Um, my wife is cosplaying this year. Are
Nice.
you familiar with Doctor Who?
Nah, my wife would know.
Okay. My wife is dressing up as Donna Noble from Doctor Who,
Oh, I
from
did see her post. I saw her post.
the David Tennant year. So, but she's also mindful, like she's wearing something that is like very long, like a big sweater. But she's also prepared where she can take that off, hang it on her arm, or roll it up and put it in her bag.
Mm-hmm.
I bought her a backpack, very Doctor Who esque with colors, mind you, but tons of pockets. So she doesn't have to carry a separate purse with her. She can have everything right there. There's tons of pockets, so like medicines. Like she sometimes, like she does not do great in crowded places. Uh, there you go. Tony's like, I love Doctor Who. There you go. So Catherine Tate is going to be there. Donna Noble. So I have a Doctor Who book that I have Missy, who was the female master. She's autographed it. She's we also got Peter Capaldi to autograph it. He's a great interaction if you're a Doctor Who fan. And Paul McGann, the eighth Doctor. I'm still hoping to get David Tennant one of these years. We'll see what happens. But Roxanne was like, or my wife, she was like, well, do you want Catherine Tate? I'm like, yeah, I'll pay for an autograph for her. Because technically she is a human Time Lord. She had the whole meta crisis thing. Those that watch Doctor Who will know and understand. So yeah, I mean my wife is doing the whole Donna Noble thing. She was struggling to she actually made the necklace that you see in the photo that you saw of my wife.
Mm-hmm.
She made that. She found like different parts. She's been researching it and just all kinds of craziness. The ring, we had trouble trying to get her a ring. That's turned into a whole thing, and we got her the bag. So I mean, she's prepared for it. But like with me, I was gonna do jeans and a t-shirt. I'm like, I felt like it would look a little bummy. It would look like, oh, this guy just is wearing regular clothes and just threw a proton pack on. So I started having second thoughts about that. That's why I was having the dilemma. Someone on Instagram suggested a denim flight suit. Have you ever heard of the thing? I've never even heard of a denim coveralls. I could see like something. I was thinking like, hey, maybe something orange to be like Marty's vest.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm like, like, but like the coveralls I have one set of coveralls. They are big and baggy on me, but I still roast in them. And I'm thinking the black Rothko flight suit like I have already. It's a lighter material. I tend to do a little bit better wearing that than I do with other stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And this con, when I record, you guys are going to see how massive this place is because you have one big massive building you enter.
Mm-hmm.
Then you take escalators up, and then you have a walking bridge you go over to. And then you probably have about, maybe, I could be exaggerating, but maybe about 5 different escalators to take down to another retail floor where they have like gaming and your comic your comic artists and creator allies. And by the way, I'm jealous at you. Static Shock, the creator of Static, that's awesome.
Yeah. I wanted to talk to him, and then I just when I went
That
back and saw that other kid was there, I was like, oh, this is better
that
than
almost makes me want to try and find like a Static action figure or something and bring it out to the guy to sign or something.
Mhm,
I'm
mhm.
like, that's awesome. I mean, but I was watching the video when you said that like nobody was really there. I'm like, it kind of sucks because I mean, it's to me, I always thought Static was a beloved character.
Oh, he is.
You know?
But it doesn't mean that people know who it is.
Yeah, it's they don't, a lot of artists, a lot of creators, they just don't get the props that they should, you know?
Mhm.
Uh what's that? Yeah, someone else had mentioned about a white jumpsuit like Doc, but the problem is also there's two problems. One, finding one in my size because I'm a big ass guy. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm probably about 380 pounds. My waist is about a 50, so it's gonna be hard to do something like that. One thought was, hey, you could get like a white plastic, like a painter's jumpsuit.
Mm.
Again, plastic. It's not gonna breathe. It's gonna be like wearing a trash bag. You're gonna be sweating buckets.
Yep.
That's not a great idea. Two, it's gonna get dirty quick. Don't don't matter how much washing you're gonna do. That thing is gonna be dirt. It's gonna get dirty quick, and it's gonna be like a one off. You know, you might as well like, hey, I'll spend like 50 or $60 or $70, and now that's 60 or 70 that is being wasted because I won't be able to really rock it again. So there's a couple different factors. I mean, for me, being a big guy, that's one of the hardest things is being a big guy, and because well, I don't have to tell Archer. I mean,
I was like,
doing
yeah,
go-
I'm a big guy too.
doing Ghostbusters, it is not easy to get a suit or something that resembles a flight suit. A lot of times, I will use the pins I wear on the collar and use that to pin it down because, like, if you're wearing coveralls, you get the pointed collars and they kind of start to roll up a little bit at the points. You wear some pins, you can just I pin it all the way through so it keeps it holding down. So at least there's that. But
Mhm.
also, it's hard. A lot of times, people are buying, like vintage pistol belts and having to connect two of them together, unless you go to the amazing people at Tools and Talents and order yourself one of their amazing belts, which it doesn't matter how big you are, they will fit you. And you will, I mean, I was, at one point, I was like 50, 57, 56 waist, maybe 58. I would still have room on if I was that size still.
Mhm.
I'm about a 50 and I still have to keep adjusting my belt because it's so loose. I mean, it's amazing. It's perfect. And I did mention to them that I definitely want to get the black belt and when they have it coming out because I think the black is going to look even better on the black suit. I
It's up for
just
pre-order now.
Yeah. So, I mean, anyone who's a Ghostbuster, if you're a fan, you want to do a cosplay, but you're a big guy, you're large and in charge, hit up Tools and Talent. I have the magnetic stand for the HasLab.
Mm.
I love that. It's not going to really work on this. I wish it would. But that's neither here nor there. I mean, I really don't plan on, oh, if I do take the pack off, it's going to be leaning up against a wall,
Yeah.
plain and simple. Um, oh, and by the way, I got creative when I put the electronics inside. You know what standoffs are, right?
Mhm.
Okay, you ever see someone building a computer before?
Okay.
Show and tell time, guys. So when you are building a computer, you use these my camera's on auto. We take it off auto. So you get these little standoffs, right? It's this little peg with a threaded top. Okay. You can connect a bunch of these together to raise it so that it is above the wall, the
Mm.
wall of your tower. Okay. So you can connect these to raise them up. That's what I did with the GB fan soundboard inside of here, and that's also how I raised up the power cell inside the proton pack. Using these cheap little standoffs, you can get them on Amazon pretty cheap. They're basically like a hard plastic. They have screws, they have washers, they have nuts on here. And that's what I did to raise a lot of the stuff in there, so I can still reach to adjust the volume. If I open up the pack or if I need to make changes, I can still reach around stuff.
Mm, mm.
So yeah, but yeah, tools and I like the stand for the HasLab. I freaking love it. I'm definitely gonna probably get another one for when my 84 pack comes in. Can't wait till March. I still have to get a wand, but that's a whole other story.
They'll come back.
But the belt I freaking love because that was my first like vintage kind of style belt that I could actually wear.
Yeah.
And it feels good because nothing against the modern military Rothko belts. They just feel so stiff around the waist and just the material that they have that Tools and Talent has on those belts. It feels relaxed. It feels comfortable. And I love the hell out of that, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So I can't talk enough about that stuff. I mean, they do some pretty amazing stuff. But we talked about being hydrated. We talked about snacks. My wife brings like she likes to snack on like seeds and like different kinds of nuts.
Granola. Yep.
No, just like in loose bags.
Mm.
Okay. Um, pistachios, stuff like that. That's just it's good protein. She'll carry like little. I call it her nuts and berries. She has like little Ziploc bags. Also protein shake.
Mm-hmm.
This stream is not sponsored by Premier, but it could be. But not like this. This is 30 grams of protein, but it's the equivalent to one meal.
Mm.
So stuff like this, doesn't make me go to the bathroom or anything like that. Just be mindful. But I get what you're talking about, like with foods, you kind of have to be careful because you don't know, like, oh, what if I have something here and it just so happens it makes me have to, and then you get the rumble in the Bronx and you have to go heading to a bathroom, finding a bathroom, then finding a bathroom where not everything is standing room for like 20 minutes before you have an accident.
Mm-hmm.
So those are all realistic issues. In our group chat with the Collector Safe Space, you mentioned you have experience with gimbals.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my problem. I found one gimbal that if I get creative, I can actually use it either for my phone or for the GoPro.
Mm-hmm.
But I notice either for the most part, it's either designed for your smartphones, mostly iPhones, I noticed. And either that or you have to get a separate gimbal for your GoPros. Have you
Mm-hmm.
had that experience?
No, I ended up getting the DJI.
I was looking at
Sorry,
the
DJI.
DJI. I was looking at the Osmo, and there was like a
Osmo
6
Pocket 7P. I think it was a 7P I got.
because my problem is I want to be able to use my mod,
Mm.
my media mod, but most of them are designed that you can't do that. But I saw someone post a video where they used a certain gimbal and they rotated their camera this way, and they could kind of use it, but still, if you're rotating stuff, like for me, I use this jack. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Problem is with this jack, sticks out like a sore thumb.
Yeah.
So if you're using a gimbal, you're trying to rotate stuff. I'm going to have to take this out and put it back in, and then keep it in a stationary if I'm doing an interview with someone. If I want to talk to people.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that's my problem. I mean, I have the stick here, but this isn't really like. I want to be able to get like some really good like rotations, and I want to have more of that steady cam. I know you have that stabilizing mode in here,
Mm-hmm.
but still, it's not 100% perfect
Right.
because I've tried using that stabilizer, and I still get some shakes. But I would like to get some. I noticed like a lot of the gimbals because I've been researching the past couple days. Oh, the one mounts that I saw. This is what the guy did. I thought this is pretty smart. He was using a phone gimbal. I think it was the DJI 6, but he used something like this.
Mm-hmm.
I've been like doing it this way, and then connected it on, and he was able to use that, even though it's designed for a smartphone. He used it for that. And I thought
Yep.
that was pretty smart. But again, you can't really do that for the media mod. Actually, I think the one I have, I might actually be able to, because I have a mount, one of these clips that's actually designed to hold a tablet, so it might be big enough for me to do that. But I just want to be able to use my media mod on here so I can connect my microphones.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm going to have to use my my cell phone. I mean, I could do this. Oh, just snapped right off. There you go. It's like this doesn't hold it on that well. I could do it this. It'll hold. Let me see here. Hold on. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't do a great job. So that's my problem. Is like I could get myself maybe like a $50 gimbal, like for a cell phone, if I want to do like recording stuff. But then I would have to shift over to the other gimbal for this.
Yeah.
I mean, have you had that problem before?
Well, no, I mean these were problems I had, and then I was just like, I need to.
Well, I know you have also your very nice, nice and shiny as a DSLR camera.
I didn't use that.
Okay.
So yeah, I normally use my mirrorless camera at conventions, and then I was like, I need something smaller. So I had previously for Prime Day picked up my phone gimbal, which was a DJI 7P,
Mm-hmm.
and then I used it like 2 days prior to do a Daily Planet and was sold on it. But then I was like, I can't see myself because I'm going to be using a rear facing camera. I was like, the video quality is like comparable to my freaking camera, and I would use up all my storage. So I bit the bullet and ended up getting the Osmo Pocket or the Osmo Action 5 or whatever.
What does that? I think that retails what for like
350.
270, 350. Okay.
Yeah, but I ended up I wasn't like fully in on it because I was like, I didn't want to spend the money. But then I went to Best Buy. They had it there for open box, and then I had a gift
Yeah.
card. So I was like, oh, I'm not gonna get it for cheaper. So
And I know you remember this thing from GB
Mhm.
Day.
Mhm.
I mean, it's nice and all, but I mean, like, if I could do like the gimbal, or like, and I'd obviously have to practice with it for a couple days before the con to make sure I have everything under control. But I saw a few different gimbals, like one where it actually plugs into your GoPro without media mod on it, obviously, but
Mhm.
it also will automatically power it. So I don't have to worry about
Mm.
batteries, which is kind of good because your boy now has 4 GoPro batteries because I just like to be prepared. Um, but honestly, these I love these for when I used them at GB Day, and I got these on Amazon. These are
Mhm.
going for $40 now.
Mhm.
I mean, unfortunately, I can't afford something like a Rode, at least not yet, anyways.
Yeah.
But also, I was trying to see if there's anything that connects through Bluetooth. There's nothing. I
I
can't find any wireless microphones that actually connect through Bluetooth on Amazon or anything.
I ended up buying the bullet and getting the DJI ones, which I didn't use for Comic Con. I used it for the first time today,
Yeah.
but yeah, it's the what I was going to talk about in my video today that I ran out of thought process for was we spend a lot of money on different props and toys and all sorts of things,
Yeah.
and I'm like, sometimes you gotta like say, hey, I'm gonna spend money on something to make my creative process easier, and that was my justification for the mics and getting this action cam. Although, like I said, the action cam, it's very rare that you see something like that open box. But
Hmm.
I was like, you know what? I was like, this purchase
Oh.
could have easily been like 2 waves of figures, or I can just get something that's going to make my life easier when I go to convention. And it would have been the perfect scenario if I had the mics already going to the convention, because I spent so much time audio
Hmm.
syncing stuff after the fact. But
But
today, like for my freaking Daily Planet video, I didn't have to audio correct for anything. I didn't have to sync anything. It was just
Well,
like,
see, that's my fear is like, okay, like if I just do a gimbal just for my GoPro, and what do I do? Do I connect my microphones to my phone and just record that and then try to sync them up and, in post and, using Filmora to try and sync them up? I'm like, that's going to be a hassle. Um, I mean, I did check the idea of the one gimbal. If I do the GoPro upside down, I can't. There you go. Haven't done that for a while. If I can actually rotate it in the editing software, obviously.
yeah, yeah.
So I mean, I could technically do that, but it's like, what was it? The one, what's the one in my cart? I'm pulling up Amazon right now. Is okay. I was looking at. Here we go. There's a Hoheim iSteady Pro for 3-axis gimbal. And I mean, this one seems kind of nice, but it's the one that where you plug you plugging your GoPro directly into the side.
Mm.
So it powers it right there. And of course, a lot of these new gimbals do like the rotation, so you can kind of do like
Yeah.
the inception effect, as they call it.
Hmm.
That one, I mean, they have that one with a $20 off coupon, so I could get it for like $80. Not bad. But like I was looking at the DJI Osmo ones. Let me see. There's the Mobile SE. But see, I just wish that like there was one that a lot of people reviewed and recommended, but you can't find it anywhere. The Inky Falcon. I don't know if you ever heard of that one. So
Mm-mm.
like I'm still looking around at stuff because I was thinking like, hey, I could get like a $50 one for my phone. That should work fine. Like the Hoheim's, I guess it's like a pretty popular one. Some of them have like detachable remotes. I'm like, I don't need a detachable remote.
I,
I just want to have like my problem is like every time I do video at a con, it's shaky, and that's what's making me think like, okay, I could do the gimbal because even when I did recording with my GoPro, for the most part, it was pretty steady, but there's still shakiness. You know?
I mean, uh, I I do have to leave, but I want to leave you with a thought.
Yes.
And this is the Best Buy person, former Best Buy employee in me. There
What
he
about
is,
this
rambling
guy?
nerd. Yeah.
The rambling
Uh,
one.
and I kind of have this thought with him sometimes too. He sends me things like, "Oh, you think about this? What do you think about that?" As far as like tech gear goes, and I'm like, "Listen, buy it once, buy it right. Like you can buy something and save yourself $40, and then have to rebuy it again in like 2-3 years, or spend the extra $40 and you're good with it for a hot minute."
Yeah.
Now, technology keeps improving and it's improving faster and faster, so it makes it a little bit harder. So, for example, the GoPro that I have, I bought it in 2020. Who would have thought that by now it would be obsolete as far as like versus my phone? But um, those kinds of things
Yeah.
you can't gamble. You can just buy what you can at the time.
Yeah.
So right now, like buying with this thing here, like yeah, spend the extra money versus buying like last year's model. But the technology now is better than last year. So like the fact that I'm able to sync to this Bluetooth, the fact that it had in-body stabilization,
Yep.
it's like I can't compete with that. So my advice to you when it comes to the gimbal, everybody raves about the DJI 7P.
Mm-hmm.
It's the one that I bought. It's super easy, and I suggest the 7P. Don't cheap out and get the one that's not the P, because the 7P has a sensor so that it follows
Hear
you
that?
as you're.
Archer's all about the P,
It is. I am.
just like R. Kelly. There you go.
Yep.
But no,
I'm just saying it's
I've
buy it once.
I've been
And
going through like all the videos and then checking reviews on different websites. Like I'm doing my like I'm not like, hey, oh, this looks cool, I'm gonna click and buy.
right.
No, I'm doing my research first.
Yeah.
But it's like I noticed like a lot of the ones for the cell phones though, I've heard of a lot of issues with the apps working
Yeah.
with Android and
Yeah.
not iPhone. So obviously there's a little bit of a
You
little
won't
bit of
have
give
that
and take
problem.
there
You won't have that problem with the
with
7P
the
because the
DJI.
sensor The sensor doesn't need to connect to your phone. The sensor works on its own.
Okay.
So like I could have put a phone in there that had no camera in it, and as long as the sensor camera is pointing at me, I could wave my hand to it, locks onto me, and then as I move, it moves. So
Yeah,
that
this
works.
was the iSteady. This was the one I
Yeah.
was looking at for the GoPro here, where it slides right in, it connects right in there, so it'll automatically charge. You do have like an external charging port too on here.
Yeah.
It was an interesting one. It comes. I see a lot of people doing reviews on it, but like also I was looking at. Is it? Is that the one? No, that was Hoheim. DJ. DJI Osmo. This is the one I was looking at for.
Yeah, no, I would spend the extra $40 and just get the 7P.
Yep, I'm gonna do some more researching, but it seems like everyone raves about the DJI
Yeah. I'm telling you,
7P.
I used it in that
There you go.
yeah.
There's the
I
7 and the 7P.
don't do the 7, just do 7P.
And
I
is this like a sensor? I think.
That's the sensor I was telling you about.
Yeah.
And you don't need to plug it into your phone for the sensor to work. Oh, you plug it into your phone if you want to use features like the controlling the camera from the remote or from the joystick,
Yeah.
like the camera app. But
Mhm.
aside from that, the camera looks at you, and then you're good to go. Thumbnail size cameras that are yeah. He sends me these, and I'm like, yeah, the company's here now, and then 2 months from now, the link's broken because the companies don't exist
Yeah.
anymore.
And
I'm like, just buy it one.
I think it was a DJI where they had this magnetic clip, and
Yeah,
they
yeah,
used that like that clip I showed you with the GoPro and just connected it right onto there to still use it, get the same
yeah,
effects. So
yeah. It makes sense. But I need to jet.
yep. Go ahead.
I will. You have one more stream technically, I guess, until the show. So maybe
Yeah, we'll see what
if you do it,
happens
if you do
if I
next
do it.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I felt like I wanted to kind of do something, test the waters, see how Tuesday nights still are, and obviously it's still a little bit dead, but a lot of things are going to be changing. I mean, like I said, for the con, I'm going to have business cards and stickers that I'm just going to pass out to people, and there's a few people. Papa Gord's going to be there. Him and his son are going to be there Saturday, and I'm hoping to run into a few people I know locally, but hopefully, maybe a few more other tubers in the area will be stopping. Will be at the con, so we'll see what happens.
There you go.
I'm just
Love
like
it.
I'm trying to maximize, but I'm also trying to now I have to carry a lot. Fortunately, I have the pack, so I can connect a lot of stuff onto the pack to hopefully, lighten the load, so to speak. I'm going to have the zipper pockets for the flight suit so I can stow like maybe the gimbal or, you know, maybe the GoPro, stow the stuff in at times. So I'm
I'll
not
do
planning on carrying a whole lot.
I'll do a video where I talk about how I packed it out because I was anxious about that going into it. And then my Sunday video, when that drops, that was my favorite setup of the weekend of doing stuff. So
Well,
I'll do a
from when
video.
I charged these, like I had these charged in June, they still have power. So these little, inexpensive TX mics,
Mhm.
they're like $40. They hold power and they did sound pretty well. So anyone who's just looking for some inexpensive mics,
Yeah,
message me. I'll send links because I mean that stuff was amazing. So
yeah.
I noticed a lot of these they have their built-in stands, and so I guess there's a lot of stuff I could play around with. So you go. Where are you going this weekend?
I'm gonna go visit my parents this weekend down
Okay,
in Pennsylvania.
mom and pops,
Mm-hmm.
mom and pa, Archer.
Mm-hmm.
You guys
Yep.
have a safe trip,
Yeah.
and
I will. I'll talk to you guys on either Daily Planet tomorrow or
yep,
Hair to Life.
there you go.
All right. See you guys
Have a
later.
good one, man. Thanks.
Bye.
And there we are, guys. Hey, I love looking at tons of little tech stuff, and I mean, I've seriously been looking at a gimbal for the GoPro because I would love to be. I mean, I've used the GoPro for my for my bike rides. I did it for the last time I did the international bike ride for Ride for Roswell over the bridge into Canada. I used it for that. Got a lot of great footage. But having a gimbal just, I don't know, it adds a little bit something more to it. It's going to be a learning curve, so that's going to be interesting. Swing through NYC and bring me my bucket. There you go. But it's about 10:30, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign off, guys. If you guys want to see more Tuesday night talks, let me know in the comments section below, guys. Dave's Dimension, we are going to be, I think we might be transitioning away from toy unboxings. He has my AMC Batman bucket. There you go. The AMC is supposed to be doing a DeLorean popcorn bucket, so I might be tempted to do that, even though I said I swore off buckets. So we'll see what happens. Dave's Dimension, as far as the channel goes, we are looking at possibly doing some game streams, but those game streams may not be on YouTube. They may be on Twitch. So we'll see what happens. And Anthony, you have here you go. You can see the full pack. I just got to finish these sounds for the pack. So right now, when you turn the Proton pack on, it sounds like the engine revving. So I'm hoping people are going to get a kick out of this. Still got a few more odds and ends to do. I'm waiting for a black flight suit because, well, we got to have this. This I wore back when I did the first one. And I still have my name tags. So I'm not sure if I want to do blue or if I want to do red. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed that the flight suit arrives next week by Wednesday. Otherwise, I may have to default to just doing jeans and a t-shirt. But, guys, until next time, I want to thank everyone who's been coming through the chat. We had Tony. We had Ramblin' Nerd himself. We had Ultra Carzilla. We had Megadan Collects. We had Papa Gord. We had just so many people. Of course, Archer came through. He was on live. One of these days, I want to get Ramblin' Nerd to at least get his voice on screen. One of these days. But guys, oh, and by the way, Ramblin' Nerd, message from Mrs. Dimension. Apparently, I need to get you correct on Doctor Who. That's what she said. So, but guys, until next time, this is Dave from Dave's Dimension saying keep on busting. And I'm always going to catch you on the flip side. Later, guys.